Alright guys, name is Tyler aka Nanogenix, and today we are back with one of my favorite series here on this channel, and that is Before You Summon. You've not got to do one of these in a while because Vegeta released on both sides of the game, and the reason why I started these is because JP has always been a little bit ahead, and I'm able to bring my sort of experience with the unit and stuff like that, and give you guys my opinion on the unit, my opinion on the banners, and all of that in this video from that experience, right? So that's kind of what we do with Before You Summons. We'll talk about the unit, we'll talk about the category, we'll talk about the actual sort of banner, and I'll give you guys my opinion on its sort of value and stuff like that. And of course, we'll talk about the other new units that come along with it, and there's an event revamp, so we're talking about that too, all in this video. And a big one, obviously, is right now, is how should I spend my stones leading up to year 4? Do I want to spend them on this? Do I want to spend them on Goku Black? Do I want to spend them on nothing and just wait till year 4? Again, I don't really like to tell people how to spend their stones. That's kind of why I dropped the Should You Summon and rebranded it to Before You Summon around the time physical Final Form Cooler came out almost 2 years ago on the global side. But I will definitely say, in my honest opinion, it just comes down to which character do you like more, right? And I definitely don't think you'd click on this video if you didn't somewhat care about Metal Cooler to some extent. I think his super attack is beautiful. It literally almost looks like watching the movie. And number 2, I think his category is really, really cool. And again, we're going to hop into all of that. And by the time you're done with this video, try and compact all this sort of factual and opinionated stuff down with this nice, short, neat package for you guys to watch and enjoy. You have a better idea of do you really want to spend your stones on this? Do you not? And everything else. So let's go ahead with that said. Let's actually get hopped in. Let's talk about all this stuff today. Now, a huge shout out to DBZ.space. A link to it will be down below in the description, as well as the Dokkan Wiki. A link to that will be down below too. 2 incredibly great resources here for the Dokkan community, and huge shout out to both of them. So starting off, there are some new characters that come along with this banner, which I like that they've been doing this. The Goku Black banner didn't do this, which was interesting, but this one did. It gave us a new Tech Vegeta from the Metal Cooler movie, as well as an Attack All Strength Piccolo. We'll take a look at him first. So he is a Strength Attack All unit. As you can see here, costs supreme damage to all enemies with a chance to stun them, which is definitely nice. And then on his passive, again, more geared toward attack all, attacking defense plus 100%, ki plus 6, and an additional attack and defense plus 30% when facing 2 or more enemies. And yes, he's not bad. He's a fun unit to run. I've never actually made a video for him on the channel, but I do actually have this unit all paths opened and do enjoy running this unit quite often. Right now he's actually in reverse state because I'm trying to farm up, trying to finish up his SA10, but still a fun unit to run nonetheless. I'm out on my JP side, of course. Then this guy right here, which for super attacks that aren't all out fancy, right? Like Metal Cooler, they go all out for. Goku Black, they go all out for. LR Goku and Frieza, they go all out for. But still, this sort of in that sort of mid between. It's not just a basic Kamehameha, but it's not quite to that level of recreating the entire scene. This does a great job of recreating this moment in the movie. The super tech on this guy is really, really, really pretty. Tech type, attack plus 33% per tech key sphere obtained. Not really that important. The important part is his sort of passive here, and the fact that he also has a high chance to stun on a super tech. So this guy could be really, really good on a tech team. Of course, any other team he might be able to be ran on SBR. And if Pure Saiyans ever gets, probably not really ever. It's more like a win. Will Pure Saiyans get a super out of road mission, or stage? But anyways, nothing is impossible on his passive. Attack and defense plus 100%, ki plus 2, and an additional attack plus 20% when HP is 80% or below, plus an additional ki plus 2, attack plus 50% when HP is 50% or below. So yes, this guy is pretty freaking solid for something like that. That's about all I want to look at on this page. Again, all this stuff is going to launch the night this video goes live on my channel at 11:30 p.m. Pacific. That is when it is showing here on DBZ.space. I guess that could potentially change just a little bit, but that is probably a good window of when to expect this stuff to drop, is 11:30 p.m. Pacific on the 2nd, the day this video literally goes live on my channel. We're not gonna look at the April Fool's stuff. That stuff should already be live by the time you're watching this. Let's go ahead, let's actually hop over to the actual unit itself, again, over on the wiki page here. So first up, let's talk about him before he transforms. They have decided to change the name of the category from Most Malevolent Clan to Wicked Bloodlines. It's gonna be weird getting used to that, but I actually don't mind the translation. That's actually a pretty cool translation, but I've been calling it Most Malevolent for almost 6 months now, so here we are. But Wicked Bloodline category, ki plus 3, HP attack defense plus 170%. Yes, 170 across the board, doesn't dip down at all. Also boosts extreme AGL type ki plus 3, HP attack defense plus 90%, which yes, that does mean you can run the AGL Turles, who is still one of the best support units in this game, on this team if you do have him. The other cool thing is that this guy fits into movie bosses, of course, and that's where I've been running him a lot. On top of actually, when I can and find an AGL Metal Cooler, I do like to run Wicked Bloodlines too. And it's so weird to say that, it's the most malevolent, because this team is just cool, dude. Like, we'll get into that in a moment. Anyways, this guy causes immense damage to the enemy and lowers attack and defense. Passive on him is attack and defense plus 80%. He is, of course, an attack received unit, so plus an additional attack plus 10% with each attack received, up to 70%. Also recovers 7% HP at the end of turn in which attack was received, and he does transform. Grade 8 transformation style, not so much how some of these others have been. So if you get below 50% HP, he will transform into this right here. Basically just treat it as you would a sort of grade 8 transformation. That's pretty much all there is to say there. Auto regeneration, nightmare, thirst for conquest, strongest clan in space, big bad bosses, transform, and fierce battle are his links. Categories are resurrected warriors, giant form, movie bosses, wicked bloodline, and one of the newer categories, artificial life forms, which of course is the LR Super Baby 2's category, which I've been running on him a lot because I really like that LR Super Baby. It's such a cool freaking unit. So anyways, this guy is incredibly versatile. You can run him on a lot of teams. I've run him a ton since his release. If you were to truly ask me my honest opinion on which one to go for out of my just usage, I think I've used Metal Cooler significantly more than I have the Rose. I like the Rose a lot, and I've still used him a ton because I play this game a lot. But between the two, which one have I used more? This guy so much more. So this is the actual banner, what it looked like on JP. I think this is pretty much what it's going to look like on Global as well. And the value here is moderately high in my honest opinion. The SSJ Vegeta is not a bad pull. The STR Piccolo is not a bad pull. This is what the banner actually looked like. This is actually units that were presented to us on the JP side. Jiren has been in a lot of banners, so I could see where you might be a little bit mad about that. But if you don't have him rainbowed, he's still incredible. Incredible defense. Awesome unit for SBR because he has a medium chance to stun all, which is super clutch. And if they are stunned, he gets a guaranteed critical hit on them. And his attack set isn't like crazy high, but it's still enough to make a dent. So I think Jiren is still very high value here for this banner. Future Go On, super slept on. Physical Future Go On, super slept on. He's not an insane unit by any means, but he is still really, really good. And then the AGL Metal Cooler himself is awesome. And then last but not least, they've been doing this a lot lately where they include sort of two older units that do still fit on the category. You can't really go wrong with Final Form Cooler or Final Form Full Power Frieza because both of them are incredible. I guess you could if you already have them rainbowed, but if you don't, they're awesome pulls, right? They themselves are literally their own rotation that is incredible on this team. So you can't really go wrong with either of those pulls. I think the value here of this banner is incredibly high. Again, it just comes down to character preference. Do you not care about Metal Cooler and Future Gohan? Then yeah, you probably don't want to spend your stones on it, right? But if you even remotely do, then this banner has a decent amount of value to it, in my honest opinion, especially coming from some of the more, well, I won't go there on that. I won't say that. I won't quite say that. Anyways, guys, let's continue. Let's continue on though. Let's take a quick look at the revamp on the event, and then we'll take a look at the overall category itself. Talk about some cool stuff that you can do with it. So this is the revamp. Something cool they did, which I don't know why they've not done this with so many more, but there are boosted drops now. So Wicked Bloodlines, Metal Cooler's actual category, does have boosted drops on this stage. The first stage now has this SSR. Basically, I did not mean to click on that, but here we are. Basically, defensive style unit. Pretty decent for SBR himself, too. All allies defense plus 50%, reduces damage received by 40% for 7 turns from the start of turn. Again, not a bad unit to run. He does fit on artificial life forms, so if they ever get an SBR, but I was mostly thinking in terms of extreme AGL. SBR would be not bad at all. Stage 2 for training items. Stage 3, that's an important one because that strength SSR cooler right there does have the opportunity to raise the super attack of the AGL Metal Cooler. So yes, AGL Metal Cooler does have a free-to-play super attack grind, which is awesome because again, you have boosted drop rates on this. If you just UR those guys out, you got 100% feed-in rate. So anyway, it is nice that AGL Metal Cooler does have a free-to-play super attack grind. Definitely nice. The SR Metal Coolers got a Dokkan Awaken, each of them. So you now can Dokkan Awaken all 5 of them into SSRs. Then stage 5, of course, is the metal drops that you need to awaken those Metal Coolers and all of that. So that is the revamp on it. The biggest thing, of course, is the fact that they added a farmable SSR to increase AGL Metal Cooler super attack, and the fact that they added actual boosted drops on the event. And taking a quick look at the actual Wicked Bloodlines category itself. Solid freaking category, guys. Again, boosted by 170%. So if you, it's a small category though. That is one thing. It is definitely a small category. Stuff like the AGL Metal Cooler core can be ran alongside, of course, the Metal Cooler himself. So that's a plus there with them. Completely free to play, and they do put up really good numbers. A cool unit here that I do like now that I have, which I didn't have previously, is this Final Form Metal Cooler right here. So he boosts, of course, just AGL, but he links up really well with the AGL Metal Cooler. So you're getting attack and defense plus 40% from AGL, but you would probably run him on, just before AGL is what I'm basically saying, but you would probably run him on the actual rotation with the AGL Metal Cooler. Link up pretty well with stuff like Thirst for Conquest, Strongest Clan in Space, BBB would be great to be linked up with him. Plus he's giving the AGL Metal Cooler attack and defense plus 40%. So you can't really go wrong here with that. Now, looking at the rest of the stuff here, Golden Tech Frieza about to get an EZA. He's gonna be really awesome. Of course, the Transformer Frieza is really good on this team. One thing to note again is that this right here as a rotation, Final Form, Frieza and Cooler, incredible. You're gonna put up incredible numbers with those two. I mean, you can't really go wrong with those two on a rotation together. And then last but not least, one that I want to talk about quickly here, because I feel like I'm getting a little long on the tooth on this video. I'm trying to wrap up, but is this guy right here. Extreme class allies keep +2 attack and defense plus 25% on top of reduces damage received by 30%. This is a really good support unit to run on this category. If you do not have Turles, you're not already running something maybe like the AGL Cooler, like I mentioned, you don't want to be too overran with just support style units. But this guy right here is an incredible support unit to be ran on this category. Not to go too deep into talking about all these units, because we could be here forever. But if you're running like strength Final Form Frieza, again, an incredible strength unit that came out with the transforming Frieza. Like, he's gonna put up insane numbers on this. He's getting boosted by 170%. He's gonna put up insane numbers. And not that you could say that this Intelligence Gun Frieza is on par with the others, but again, you truly can't go too wrong with any of these units right here when building this team. Anyways, guys, there you go. That was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I was trying to keep it as quick and to the point as possible. I really like this unit. I really like this category. And again, I've used this unit a ton. Movie bosses, artificial life forms, and wicked bloodlines, all three have came in super clutch for me and have used quite a lot since the release of this Metal Cooler when I absolutely can. So anyways, guys, there you go. If you're new to the channel, you guys enjoyed today's video, you found it helpful, all those things, you might consider going down there, hitting that subscribe button, joining #NanoFam today. You might also consider slapping the like button. Again, this, if you truly just wanted my opinion on it, gets the absolute Nano stamp of approval. I really like this unit, and I'm going to be personally summoning for him on my global account, which I've been picky for a lot of banners on my global side. This is one I'm absolutely going to be hopping into. So guys, have a great day. Keep on keeping on. Nanogenix off, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.